Make sure you've taken all your pictures. Make sure you've captured the moment. We will start with the program in the next few minutes. So if you have any friends, any colleagues, any family members, or anyone who is still getting a welcoming drink or still taking a picture, please do ask that they come back in and they do take their seats so that we are able to commence with the program. Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, gender diverse individuals, non-binary and non-identifying individuals, and welcome to the Executive Director of Student Affairs Prestige Awards for 2022. I know we're at a formal event, but you can clap a bit better than that. At least clap. You're getting free food. You're not paying for what you're going to eat, so it means you can clap a bit louder. You're going to get an award. Yes, and tonight we will be celebrating all the students and the hard work that they've put into this year. Without us as students, I say us because I am still a student, Ms. Khali. Without us as students, the university cannot exist. We are one of the biggest stakeholders here tonight, and we are the ones who push student issues at the forefront.
Happiness, how are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Are you good? Listen, I know, we're supposed to clap and be composed, and look pretty and, but we're celebrating tonight. So if you can ululate, go, please go ahead and do it. I knew I could count on you. Fantastic. Truly speaking, we are here to celebrate the very best of student affairs. And of course, we need to ululate because it's a very prestigious event. And of course, it's the very first EDSA Awards. And we have to be excited because, wow, we got an opportunity to dress up. I mean, look at us. Look at the person sitting next to you. I mean, tell them, you look pretty. If it's a guy, say you look handsome. Because, wow. Fantastic. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so we will be... Hey,
Listen,
people were waiting to just tell their neighbor, things are going all right here by us. It's okay. So thank you so much. We will be your program directors for the evening. My name is Khali Mokhosi. I'm the Residence Head of House Madeleine, also Health and Wellness Coordinator in Residence Life. And of course, I am with...
my name is Tyrone Willard, and I am a master's student here at the University of the Free State. Incoming Residence Head.
Wink, wink.
We have to put these things in incoming Vice Chancellor. And a soon-to-be TV personality across the whole of South Africa. So thank you very much. And tonight wouldn't be possible without the big people on top, so all protocol observed. We greet our lovely guests, and the most important guests are the students. Just a few house rules. Please do make sure that your phones are on silent. We don't want anyone's phone to randomly start getting a magical call while someone is presenting. Also, when people are speaking or when people are on stage, please do ensure that you respect the people who are standing in front of you and understand that we come from different backgrounds and we come from different places. So we don't all have the same tongue and we don't all have the same ability to speak. So we do speak a bit differently and some use different ways of speaking. As you can see, we have our sign language interpreter here tonight. So with that being said, let's go into the first part of the evening. Most of you might know them as the winners of the Sing-Off competition for 2022, but they have rebranded. They have become something different. They have grown. They have become better. Ladies and gentlemen, all those non-identifying and people along the spectrum, please put your hands together for Lilongwe.
ngemva lokhu lesizukulwane esingaphala ke usabuza nithetha ngobani nithetha ngelilongwe ke sibona ngeli ndaba ezikhangela seshushu kodwa sesibabade sathi qaba qaba ke lomhlaba uyazaba lomhlaba uyazaba lomhlaba uyazaba Stimela sihamba ngamalahle sivele ekhaya 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 Stimela sihamba ngamalahle sihamba ngamalahle Stimela sihamba ngamalahle sivele ekhaya 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 Shihom hom hom Shihom hom hom Shihom hom hom Shihom hom hom Shihom hom Shihom hom Shihom hom
Tyron, do the things. They'll prepare.
Oh, 1, 2, okay. Thank you very much to Lilongwe. Can we please put our hands together one more time for that incredible performance? Hi, Ms. Khali, not all of us were blessed.
Listen, they were doing the most.
They did
Kodwa I was
everything.
even thinking I should have their voices as a ringtone for my alarm, you know? So that when they go, hee, then I go back to sleep again because wow.
You know,
Yo.
I can see that we come from two different spheres of life, because the first thing I was thinking, I'm like, which one can we put at the front for the protest? You know, which one do we have in front to make sure that they hear the cry of the students? I'm thinking, okay, we're marking this one, we're marking this one. We're going to send them a personal invitation. You know, but with that being said, it is time for us to move more along in the program. And I'm going to hand over the honor of introducing our ED to Ms. Khali.
I don't know if it's an honor because I might even get in trouble for this one, but hey, e-job. So, ladies and gentlemen, our brothers and sisters, listen tonight, and we're about to hear from the ED himself, just to give us a proper intro and background of what the EDSA Awards are all about. So last time they said "Ke Denzel." So please help me welcome on stage our Denzel Washington. I wanted you to say, Mr. Tembatlaso.
Good evening. Good evening, colleagues. I'm taking a roaming mic because my experience at the previous Sports Awards was not a very comfortable experience, because as you read your notes and you can't see, this thing is not moving. So I want this thing that is moving with me. Colleagues, I think let's give the choir another round of applause. I'm not a priest or a predicant, but when you are ushered on the platform with such melodies, it gives you some energy to speak. And I think I appreciate the organizers for bringing the choir before me, so that at least as I approach the podium, I'm highly energized. Colleagues, before I even speak, I really need to thank my staff that worked behind the scenes to actually put this event of this high caliber together. I think, guys, you did very well. You outsmarted yourselves. And before I say anything, I must thank you all. You know who you are. I think this is leading the pack, and Pulane, Zanele, whoever I did not mention, guys, you did a great job. Let's, colleagues, applaud these people. Tyron and Khali, you like to say everything is about students. It's also about us. This is a DSA function, and I think students are at the center of it. You would recall, we always say the Division of Student Affairs is a student-centered division. Also, our university is a student-centered university. So we put students at the center of everything that we do. So we will not forget that. So don't remind us, Tyron. Program directors, thank you very much for this opportunity. My colleagues at Table 1, Senior Leadership Group, I'm recognizing you, and Table 2, the rest of the guests, inclusive of student leadership, in the name of SRC, ISRC President, and the presidents of the 3 campuses, as well as council members that are here. I also welcome and extend a word of welcome to colleagues that took their time to really grace this occasion. The task I'm given is very simple. I'm asked here to just give a background of EDSA Prestige Awards and also welcome you. And VP and Quintin, I will really avoid repeating what happened in the other event when people were welcoming you and it took very long. I think I'll be very short. Muema normally says court and bondag. I'll be court and bondag. Colleagues, I think the reason why we are here today is to recognize excellence. In respective campuses, in respective units, you held your own award ceremonies. But I think as DSA, it became very necessary for us to come together and put our heads together and think about what best could we then do to really reinforce excellence amongst our students. So that grand decision was to come up with the EDSA Prestige Awards. The French, they call this best of the best. They call it crème de la crème. This is an event to recognize crème de la crème. You might have been recognized during sports awards or campus awards, but here we're talking crème de la crème. Why are we recognizing excellence? Colleagues, we have to reinforce good work. We have to reinforce people going an extra mile. If we do not reinforce as student affairs, who else will do? Will do it. So that is for that reason that we are here today. I want to quote few athletes that have done it in the world of sport. And those athletes is Michael Jordan. I'm just going to quote what he is sharing with us. Michael Jordan is saying, open quote, "I have always believed that if you put in the work, the results will come." So for you, awards recipients tonight, you did exactly what Michael Jordan is saying. You went an extra mile. And that extra mile bear fruits for you. Today you are being recognized as the best of the best because of your hard work, your dedication, your sweat, and your focus. Because in anything you do, if you do not focus, you will miss the goalpost. Focus, 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 and you will not miss the goalpost. And you did exactly that. I think, colleagues, we need to really applaud the award recipient tonight. They did us proud, and we really appreciate them. The second, colleagues, quote that I want to share with you is a quote from another athlete. And this athlete, I think I mentioned him at the Sports Awards, and people could not answer me when I asked them, who in the world of sport has ever boldly stood before the world and told the world, I am the greatest, before he even won a single fight? There's a hand there. That's Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali is the greatest, and his motto is never give up until you achieve it. So tonight, I am standing before you, welcoming you all, and wish you all do interface, do interact with the rest of the colleagues around you. Today should be a day of celebration. We work throughout the year. Amongst others, we need time, we need break. This is also an opportunity for you to break. Just for a moment, break. Forget about the laptop, forget about the email, just relax. You know, student affairs, not the EDSA, student affairs is giving you an opportunity to relax. Grab this with both hands, because you need a break at some point. And I see Tarrant is raising his hand, he's saying time is up. Are you saying time is up? Thank you very much, Tarrant. Tarrant, you'll get your time. You're the program director. Let me speak now. Give me a chance, please. Colleagues, I also want to really welcome the colleagues from Qwaqwa campus. You know, sometimes you must not take things very light. You know, people take time to travel from Qwaqwa campus and they attend an event in Bloemfontein. We should not take things for granted. Director Zoleka, Dotwana, and colleagues, Zakes and others, thank you very much, guys, for taking time and joining us. It's really appreciated. It's very important. And it's not unnoticed. It is noticed. You could have done something else with your time, but you chose to be here. Students, student leadership, thank you very much for taking time to be here. You should be studying, but you chose to give us these 3 hours. Colleagues and students, it's almost that time now for examinations. And for you really to postpone and come here, it's commendable. And from Student Affairs and from my office and my colleagues, the leadership group, we really appreciate your being here. And you are also very much welcomed. And please, if there is anything that is alcoholic in your table, don't touch it. Sorry, did I say something wrong? No, I was saying if there's anything that is alcoholic in your table as a student, don't touch it, because there are exams pending and we do not want student affairs to be blamed for corrupting students. Colleagues, with those few words, I really want to welcome you. And those that will be receiving awards, congratulations to you. And really feel very proud of yourselves, and don't take this recognition very light. I think as a university, we really want to see our students making a difference in the world. And that begins with us calibrating you to become competitive globally. That can only happen if a graduate that comes out of this university, his or her graduate attributes are so sharp to a point that you can stand before any other student from any university in the world and transcend. What do I mean by that? If you compete for the same job with the same qualifications, if you're coming from this university, our expectation is that you must transcend. You must actually be the employee of choice by that employer. So as Student Affairs, focusing on our 4 key strategic areas, we attempt to really support you to succeed academically. And we are also very much passionate about your development as students. your experience, and your well-being. So all what we are doing it because we want a student that will be wholly and fully rounded student. A student who is competent academically, a student who is competent socially, a student who is very balanced. Not a student who is not balanced. You will only be balanced if the outside classroom aspect is fully enhanced. As student affairs, we play that role. Outside the classroom, you must be stronger because that then complements your academic aspect. That makes you a whole student. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Good evening again. I am instructed to now take up the next item. The next item is a message from the Vice Chancellor, Professor Francis Peterson. His message to you goes as follows. Good evening, esteemed guests. May I begin by saying what incredible honor and privilege it is to share a message of support with you this evening. Although I may not be physically present at this truly auspicious occasion, I very much share in the excitement of your achievements. As you may know, this is an inaugural Executive Director Student Affairs Student Excellence Awards. Tonight, you are setting the bar for every successive recipient to come. A bar already very high, given the challenges and difficulties you had to face over the past couple of years. The world as we knew it was completely turned upside down by the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, and no person remained unaffected by its consequences. You, our students, were especially affected by this uncharted territory on top of the challenges you faced in your normal, everyday life. Despite adversity, you rose above your circumstances to become the best of the best in your respective categories. The achievements we celebrate here tonight not only speak your resilience and perseverance, but of your grit and determination as the University of the Free State students to rise to the top. You are exactly well-rounded, diverse, and impactful young people that the world so desperately needs. And for that, we salute you. Tonight, you deserve to be celebrated, and I hope to celebrate even greater achievements of excellence with you in the near future. Let this evening's recognition and celebration be the first of many, many more to come. Remember, your work is not yet done, and we depend on you to continuously reset the bar wherever you may go. We cannot wait to see how you shape and change the future of our university, our country, and ultimately our world. I am immensely proud of each of you and extend a hearty congratulations on your respective achievements. Best of luck also with the remainder of the academic term, as you can now testify to. Hard work will be rewarded with excellent results and great successes. Sincerely, Professor Francis Peterson. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Edie. I'm actually regretting why I reminded you about Prof's speech because I actually wanted to read it low key, you know, and summer practice being the Vice Chancellor of the UFS. I mean, I want to drop my CV, but it's okay. We need to observe protocol and allow people to do their job. So thank you so much for that, Mr. Temba. That is highly appreciated. I think it was very much important for us, you know, to fully understand why we are here tonight. We are here to recognize excellence. We are here to celebrate the best of the best from the rest. We are here to celebrate the history makers, the skyscrapers. We are here to celebrate game changers. Let us clap for them. With that being said, we will dive right into the business of the evening, and that is the awards ceremony. And just a quick note that I would like to make to all the HODs, just kindly note that when you come on stage, your main duty is to hand over the certificates, and we will show you where you need to stand, and the ED will then give the trophy. But everybody will be guided as to how to stand and everything, right? Thank you so much. So then, ladies and gentlemen, we will start with the Quartz Award. And I would like to call on stage the Executive Director and the HODs of Quartz, Marty Miranda and Deboho Manchu. Let's clap for them. And to assist, we would also like to ask Musa Mureyani and Tokozile Molapo to join us on stage. Thank you, Musa.
Good evening, everyone. All right. I appreciate that. All right. Fantastic. Good evening, everyone. My name is Musamo Erani, as already mentioned. I am a disability support coordinator here at the Bloemfontein campus, and I am here also to announce to you our Quartz Awards recipients this evening. The first two recipients have kept the main thing by being our highest academic performers within our precinct at Quartz. They have demonstrated great fortitude, diligence, and determination for excellence. As such, we're immensely proud to announce them by name. Our best performing first-year Quartz student for the year 2022 is Lebogang Mutsemme. Asha. Oh, man. Well done, Levo. And we move on to our next recipient for this evening. And our best performing overall Quartz student at Quartz for the year 2022 is Tolwana Musia. Tulwana is not here to receive her award, but I will be more than happy to extend it to her once tomorrow morning. Marta, should I come and pose? All right. And then our next awards, our next two recipients are winning the Breaking Barriers Award for this evening. And our first recipient is Lisa Msiza, and I'd like an opportunity, please, to share some of her achievements. She's this year's A. Bailey Travel Bursary recipient. She's also 5th position World Deaf Model for 2021. She's an RC member at Sudoring and a very active participant at GovC Act. Lisa Msiza, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. I am here to announce an award under Breaking Barriers. The student is an overall, all-rounder student who does well in his academics. He's the first student who introduced goalball in our campus, Kokra campus. And then he attended a couple of tournaments. And then he's very respectful and very reliable. And the award goes to Bongani Shabalala. He's a bit shy. Sorry, tawali temu.
And that concludes our business for this evening. Thank you very much, everybody.
Congratulations once again to the recipients through the quads category. We are now going to be moving on to a category which I can say is very close and near and dear to my heart. We'll be moving on to the Residence Awards. This is to honor the RCs, the colleges, as well as the work that has been done through the residences. And as Mr. Temba said, you know, our students are not alone. We do have our residence heads amongst us this evening and our college coordinators. So with that being said, to hand over the awards and to read the descriptions, I'd like to call to the stage Mr. Temba once again. Unfortunately, sir, your duties are not over. You are going to be a permanent figure on our stage tonight. I'd like to call to the stage Mr. Quinton Kutan, as well as Mr. Zoleka Tutwana, as well as the coordinators, Ms. Pulane Malefane and Zakela Mdluli. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. This is a beautiful evening indeed. All right, so we're going to present the Residence Awards, and we will start with the Best Performing Residence Committee. This committee is a committee that has an overall high rating in terms of individual participation, and they were outstanding in all on-campus residences. Their performance were able to give them a platinum status in the residence level. The first residence on that is on-campus residence harmony. May the residence head of Harmony and the residence committee come to the stage.
Nice one.
Thank you. The second award is for a day residence and off-campus residents or student communities that are staying off campus. They have shown the artists in this residence have shown individual outstanding performance for all day residences. They were able to obtain a gold status on a day residence level, and that residence is Imperium. May Prof. Jama and your team please come forward.
I get it, that dress special with my
And Rafua something. Matake and Rafua.
Yeah. It's nice to be an RC.
Of course, we are not representing only Bloemfontein campus. The next residence committee or the residence assistant members, they shown a high level of performance on an individual level, and combined they were able to get an outstanding performance on their campus. And that campus is Legae residence. May the residence head of Legae and the committee come forward.
Tell me that today. John, now is then I'm the next, and that's the last one. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you the most prominent residents committee. This committee and the residents, they have a high pass rate. They are most participating in all the activities that are planned on campus and in a residence. It's a residence with more accolades, and that residence is Charlotte Maxeke and Fulufelo.
Next, we have a college that was able to attract the most participation from your commuter students or students that are staying off campus. It was a college that was able to deliver programs that were inclusive with great evidence. And that college is Central College. May the college coordinator and the council come forward.
Done.
Thank you. That concludes our residence awards.
Thank you so much, Ms. P and Mr. Kutan. And right now we are moving straight into the sports awards. And to help us administrate this section, please help me welcome on stage. Kanti, where is ED now? What happened to the ED? Oh. Mr. Temba, we still need you on stage. So if you could just kindly join us again on stage. And then also to help us administrate the sports award, please help me welcome on stage Marika Holzhausen, Zoleka Dutwana, and Teboho Manchu. And for the coordinators under the sports award, please help me welcome on stage Godfrey Tenoff and Lebo Musia. Let's clap for them.
Okay, it's an honor to be at this occasion. The ladies and the gents are looking stunning. Please give yourselves a round of applause for how wonderful you look. Please, could you also give my wonderful co-host a round of applause for looking stunning, a dazzling dress. Okay, I'm here to announce the Sportsmen's Awards on the Bloemfontein campus as well as the Kwakwa campus. So I am going to pry the phone from my wonderful guest's hand so I can read from our Kwakwa recipient, please. The longer she's up here, the happier we are, right? Thank you. Okay. Our first recipient of the Sportsman's Award from the Kwakwa campus goes to Mr. Victor Make Besela. If you can just give him a round of applause, please. Okay. I'm just going to ask that Victor stand there for a moment. Victor ran the marathon at EDSA at the track and field event in the Western Cape, where he finished with his personal best of 66 minutes and 14 seconds. He was selected for the Free State road race at the half marathon in Gqeberha, which is PE. His national track and field in Cape Town, his record was 30 minutes and 26 seconds for the half marathon. He also qualified to represent the university at Northwest and came in position 3. Victor, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the Bloemfontein campus, our Bloemfontein sports star in the men's category is Robert Summers. Mr. Robert Summers. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. Okay. Mr. Robert Summers represented South Africa in the Commonwealth Games. He's the men's national singles and doubles champion and reached the round of 16 for the mixed doubles and the round of 32 for men's singles and doubles in Birmingham, okay? He helped South Africa to reach the first Commonwealth quarterfinal, okay? And at the All Africa Championship, he won 2 bronze medals in the men's doubles and in the team event. He won both the men's bronze at the Thomas and Huber Cup in the African Champions. Mr. Summers, take a bow.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lebohang Musia, and tonight I'm going to announce the female star sports. I will first start at Kwakwa campus. I would like to call upon Buhle Ketile. Buhle has appeared in the Thabo Mfutsanyane district and Lekhaye netball. She also appeared in Twiza netball twice. She was later this year selected to go represent the same district at the U19 Spa National Netball Champion. Please give a round of applause to... I can't the Bloemfontein, we have Shindre Lee Simmons. Okay. Simmons made her Protea debut at the African Cup of Nations and helped South African with the tournament. The former COFSI captain represented her country at the FIH hockey. Yo, I didn't read the entire thing.
Okay, and for the next award, I don't need to read anything off of this because the next award is the Team of the Year award, which is going to go to a team that is near and dear to all of our hearts, but especially to mine. This year's Team of the Year is awarded to the varsity football team of the University of Free State 2022 for their consistent play from 2021 to 2022, making it to the semifinals this year. Boys, I'm really proud of you. Come up and get your award, Varsity Football 2022. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. We want to make an important announcement. The varsity football team is not only the team from Bloemfontein campus. We also want to thank Mr. Goodman Masibuko, who is in charge of football on the Kwakwa campus. We have 2 players from the Kwakwa campus who also represented us in this team. Over the last 2 to 3 years, we've had about 7 or 8 players from the Kwakwa campus, and this team gets stronger every year because of Kwakwa's contribution. Thank you very much.
Congratulations once again to the sportsmen, sportswomen, and sports human beings of our campus. If there's one thing I am not a sportsman. If you had to rely on me for anything that is requiring of sport, we would both die. And that would be the end of our journey. So we will now continue with the program a bit. I know everyone saw that they might be getting dinner. That was a might. This is a multiple choice question. So it might happen, it might not happen. We will see how the evening goes. So we will first move on to the Student Life Awards, where we will do the first part of the Student Life Awards, and then we will go into the dinner. So could we please welcome back to the stage our favorite Mr. Denzel Washington, the great ED himself. He will be joined by Dr. Val, as well as Ms. Renee Pelser, as well as Ms. Karen Skippers. Thank you very much.
Good evening. I'm honored to be here tonight. And you know, for a moment, I almost had a heart attack. I thought it was my shopping list that I brought. Luckily, it wasn't. So it is my honor to introduce to you the category for the best overall FLC 22 performance. For those of you who don't know, FLC is the Future Lead Challenge. It's an online leadership development program on Blackboard. So the students that will be awarded tonight across all campuses who obtained the highest overall marks in the module tests combined with the FLC journal assessments in this program. And these students will also obtain the certificate of completion from the SLD office. So I'm going to give you the top 3 students across all campuses. And in the second place, with a very high total percentage of 94%, I call on you, Tsepiso Masilela. Please come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, and then we have 2 gents who share the first position, both with a combined mark of 95%. And I'm calling to the stage Oluhle Mohle. My apologies, I made a mistake there. It seems statistics can also be wrong in terms of gender and so forth. And then, sharing the position with Oluhle, we have a gent this time, Lemogang David Mosutu. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor tonight to announce the COFSI Act winners for 2022. The first winner is the overall race day winners. The COFSI Act overall race day winners were determined by a rubric where the following were taken into account: the college pit stop, the smart lap, and the endurance race. And the winners is college. They are comprised of Arista, Ms. Moreira, Bayes Nodia, Mr. Jele, Kailami, Mr. Pule, Achpute, sorry, Legatum, Mr. Nkomu, Roosmarijn, Ms. Tsikotsi, Sonnedou, Ms. Van Wyk. The next winners is the Big Give overall trophy winner. The Big Give overall residence winner was determined by the money that was raised, as well as the monetary value of all the food and sanitary products donated for the Big Give project. I call on Sonnedou, Ms. Van Wyk. Our next category is the community garden, or as food security community garden winners. The food security community gardens winner was determined by carefully keeping track and awarding points to the following: harvesting, garden training, as well as the garden box maintenance. The winners, Harmony, Miss Sinama. The Act overall winners. The overall winners were determined by a rubric where the results of the following projects were taken into account: the eco-vehicle race, the food sustainability gardens, the Big Give, the Buddy project, the reports they had to hand in, casual and tacky day, Ubuntu street store, the thrift shop, the record challenge, as well as the Santa shoebox project. Now I'm going to first announce the third place winners: Arista, Ms. Moreira. Second place, Twelepele, Mr. Mkize. I also just want to mention that that is also obviously also the RC member of the Year for COFSI Act and the Best Men's Residence. And then in the first place, who's not only the overall winner, but the best ladies race, the best day race, Sonnedo Miss van Wyk. Sorry, and RC Ladies Act winner, RC Member of the Year.
Thank you very, very much for presenting our Student Life Awards. Thank you once again to our ED for availing himself to stand on stage for so long. It is very much appreciated. And it seems as though we have chosen correctly within the multiple choice and we will be receiving dinner. It was option B, not option A. So the logistics for dinner will be quite simple. If you've been to any sort of event, it's not just anyone who walks in line. It starts from the top down. But it's not a hierarchy, it's just pay slips. And I am part of those at the bottom. I don't have a pay slip. Yes, but I do get an email every now and then. So we will start with table 1, then we will start moving our way out. Will be table 1, table 2, table 3, table 4, table 5. We can all count. So I will not count all the way up to 16, and that is then how we will move. If at any point you feel as though you are lost and you are not sure whether or not it is your table that should go for dinner, just check whether or not the person in front of you is ahead of you by 5 years in age. If they are ahead by 5 years in age, definitely you should not be standing in line behind them and you should be looking for your age mates. So with that being said, I'd kindly like to ask our guests of honor and the people who brought us here this evening, our table 1, to please go for dinner. And the rest of us, we can mingle so long and get to know one another. Thank you very much. When I see Miss Kamu, I know I can eat. Good evening once again. I would just like to inform you in that same order that we went in when we went to go and eat our dinner. We will use that, thank you for the lighting, very important. We will use that exact same order when we go in for dessert. So if you have already eaten your dessert, it has digested, you feel like you have enough room to, if you've already eaten your dinner and you feel like it's digested, you have enough room to go on for dessert. The dessert is waiting for you outside. You can slowly but surely start making your way. If you would still like to mingle and still get to know each other, still create content, that's also fine. Create content. We will like, share, and post when we see it on your pages. Thank you very much. Good evening for the last time tonight. This will most probably be the last time that we get to greet each other at this prestigious event. Could I please ask that everybody start taking their seats? I do understand there are some people who have not yet had dessert. Please do not worry. The service provider will not leave without you receiving dessert. They have been paid, so they will not leave. You will eat your dessert. You will enjoy your dessert once we are done. We would just like to close off the evening, allow those who have other commitments, academics, or other people, it's just close to their bedtime. So other people just want to go to bed. So it is time for the vote of thanks. It's very important at such events to make sure we thank the people who were involved. An event like this doesn't just happen overnight. There are people who set up the dining hall. There are people who prepared the food. There are people who made sure there was funding so that we could have food. So with that being said, I would like to ask Ms. Khali to introduce the person who will be doing the vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Tyrone. And before I introduce the person who will be doing the official vote of thanks, I just want to thank you, my co-host, for being such a wonderful, lovely, and such a creative young person. Let's just clap for Tyrone. So our mission was simple. We were very strategic. We said we're going to push the program so that we can finish early and people can sit, laugh, enjoy, and relax. Pela, that is like the 11th commandment from the ED himself. He said, thou shalt relax. So that is why we push the program so that everybody can just breathe and relax and have a great time. So having said that, please help us welcome on stage to do the official vote of thanks for tonight's beautiful, prestigious event. Please help me welcome on stage the Assistant Director of Student Life, our Puntu Puntu herself. But residents' life would know exactly what I mean. So, Ms. Pulan Malefani, please come join us on stage. Let's give her a round of applause.
Good evening, everyone, again. Well, this was indeed a great evening. And thank you very much, Program Director, for making it so interesting to be here until the end. Mine is quite short, but a difficult one. It's really a vote of thanks. And I really want to start by thanking the Executive Director of Student Affairs, Mr. Temba, for really challenging all of us in Student Affairs. He gave us directives, mandate that there must be EDSA Prestige Awards. And when you get a mandate, of course, he made it even difficult by saying it should be a key strategic area of student affairs. So there is no way we will not deliver the mandate. So ED, thank you very much for challenging us and acknowledging students and their hard work. And thank you for also creating that platform for all of us to do this. So we thank you for your leadership, therefore. I also want to thank ED's leadership team, the HODs. Thank you very much as senior staff members of Student Affairs. In particular, I also want to thank those who were truly involved for this program. The head of Quads, Memarti, Housing and Residence Affairs, Mr. Quintin Kutan, the Director of Student Life, Dr. Val, Director of Student Affairs in Kwakwa Campus, Mezoleka, AD Student Affairs South Campus, Mr. Moyema, the team of COFSI Sports, Marika, Franz, and Godfrey. Thank you very much, team, for pulling this. And thank you, leadership of Student Affairs, for allowing even the coordinators to be so involved. And I want to thank all the coordinators. Let me not call by name because I see people's face. Let me rather look at my notes before I forget anyone. Musa, thank you. Toko, Dalsi, Lebu, Merene, Karen, Simpiwe, colleagues, it was so easy to work with you. Really, it was really, really beautiful to work with all of you. You made it possible to have content. So apparently I've learned a new word during college prestige, that there must be content. So we really had a beautiful content. This program created content. And thank you very much, colleagues. May you continue to create platform for engagement, for student engagement, for student development. It is because of your programs, it is because of your hard work in student affairs that we are able to deliver something like this. So thank you very much, colleagues. This is the first ever EDSA Prestige Award. So you can just imagine the pressure that comes with the first. And you know, we had a mandate that it must be a prestige, it must be at a certain level. So we just had to make sure that the standards is really high. And thank you very much, coordinators, for understanding the mandate and also assisting us to deliver a beautiful program. And then I also like to thank our extra team members, people who really also made sure that the administration and other logistics of this program ran smooth. And those are Khunzi, Kamu, Katleho, and Ntepi. Thank you very much, team members. It was really wonderful to also work with you. Really appreciate it. Colleagues, lastly, I want to thank the core team. Yeah. People who work tirelessly. And I want to call them to be closer to me. Viz, Sbongile, Zanele, can you please come close to the stage, colleagues? Can we please give them a round of applause? Words cannot describe, honestly, words can, oh, apparently you have to come to the stage. Yes, yes, colleagues.
Must we dance as well?
I don't know, if you want to dance, you can do so. There must be music. I'm coming. Oh. While you're still there, students who received awards today, staff of student affairs, words cannot describe how this team worked. They worked very hard. It was beautiful to work with you, colleagues. I know the efforts. Yeah, Dr. Val reminded me of one of the meetings, and I'm not gonna mention, where people were having a meeting while sleeping and say, did you take that one? So we really wanted to deliver the best prestige for student affairs. And they worked tirelessly to make sure that this is possible. Thank you very much, team. Thank you very much. Okay. And then I also want to thank ED again because of the resources. At some point, we had to explain why we spending this and not that. Thank you very, very much, ED, for being an ethical leader and also making sure that the resources are really, they are taken where they should be. I want to thank the technical team. Thank you for the planning, guys. Thank you very much. We, of course, we were not perfect. We were not perfect. We made mistakes. And I'm not going to mention some mistakes, but we made mistakes. But I am sure next time we'll do better. I want to thank the catering team. I think we had a wonderful full food. And lastly, I want to thank everyone who attended. Thank you very much for honoring the invitation. All right, MCs, thank you very much as well for managing this beautiful program. Tyrone and Ms. Khali, thank you very much, colleagues. It was really wonderful to be with you this evening. On that note, thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your evening.
With that said, you can now go eat your dessert. You can take pictures. You may exit the venue. Thank you very much for being here this evening. Thank you to the sign language interpreters who were here. We very much appreciate that you were here to ensure that other students were able to understand and what was happening this evening. With all that is said and done, good evening and good night.